Alright, so I just want to make a quick little video to show people how to replace the oil on a 6.2 liter Detroit diesel. Pretty much all you need. Get yourself a creeper, a light. I got some 15 W40 Valvoline Premium Blue heavy duty diesel oil. Pretty good stuff for the engine. Get a container and then a little 9/16 ratchet to open it up. So usually you'd get some ramps and you drive your vehicle up on it, but if your truck's is about as tall as mine, you can just get on underneath. And so I like to get my light under here. And right over here, you got your front axle. And right here is your oil pan. You can see this little nut, and that's the one we're gonna take out. And then right here, I can position the light. This is your oil filter. We're gonna take that out and replace that as well. Let's do that. All right, so I'm gonna get up under here and open up this sucker. Position it to where it'll catch all the oil. It's gonna spill out, all right? Try to get a good spot, and then I'm gonna break this guy loose. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. All right, and once I break it, so I can keep my tools nice and clean, I'm gonna just loosen it. Some people just let it drop and let the little strainer catch it, but if you can, it's easier just to hold it. And we just let it drain all out. I believe this truck holds about 7 quarts, and so quite a bit of oil. This is actually a break-in blend for 50 miles only. It was rebuilt recently, and so that's what we're taking out of it. And we'll put the 15 W40 into it. So now that that is mostly drained out, I am no perfectionist, and so these little dribbles don't bother me, but we're just going to go ahead and put it right back in. Get our ratchet, our socket, and just get it nice and snug. When you're doing this, your hands might get dirty. If you have a 6.2, you should know that, but kind of nice to have a rag to help keep things clean. And then I forgot to show this part, but while that was draining, the oil filter is kind of tucked up in here, and you just twist her on out and you put her back in. I like to just rub a little oil on the little gasket up there, and it allows you to unscrew it easier the next time. Otherwise, it's going to be a bear. It's not a great location for everything, all things considered, but it works, and so you just unscrew it. All right, let's go fill her up. Okay, so to fill up this truck, you just got a little cap right here. It should say right on there, oil, engine oil fill. And so just pop that off, like so. And then get yourself a little funnel. We'll pour the oil in. All right, so now you got your filter. We're gonna fill it up. Personally, I always recommend cleaning it out because I never know what I used it last for. So make sure that you're not getting any crap or gunk in the engine. Doesn't make a huge difference, but I'm trying to make this engine last as long as possible, so that's how I do it. All right, so I got my 8 quarts total of the oil. Takes about 7 quarts. So what I like to do is put in about 5 or 6, and then check the dipsticks, see where we're at, and then keep filling, because the last thing I want to do is overfill and have to drain it all. So. There we go. Don't want to go too fast, otherwise you'll kind of spill it everywhere. It takes time for it to drink it down. realistically, you probably don't need a funnel, but I think it's kind of convenient to have. There's our first 4 quarts. And they're good. Now we go in with about 2 more or so, and then we'll check and see what our oil level is. Kind of nice on the back of these things, you can see how much you've poured in or how much you got left. About half a quart more till we check it. I'll go ahead and check right now. Alright, so what we'll do is grab yourself that rag that you had earlier. You're gonna come on over to this side of the engine. If I can get my light, that little red dipstick is what we're getting after. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull it out. We're gonna wipe it of any excess oil that was there before and put it back in so we can see the realistic oil levels. So we'll just pull that sucker out. Just wipe off any old oil levels that are showing. All right, see if I can get her back in there. Okay, stick her back in. If she wanna goes. I like to give it just a second to let the oil seep onto it. And we pull it out and check. So you can kind of see where the oil level is at. And it looks like it dripped down a little bit, but looks like we got to go a little bit more, just about that 1 quart or so. Let's go about half more, and then we'll check again where we're at. All right, so I poured in the rest of the 7 quarts that it asked for, and here in the dipstick you can see that out there it's right on the full line, so it's about perfect. You don't want to overfill it, but you also want to make sure that it has plenty. One thing I've learned about this diesel and the time before the rebuild and now is that they'll take a lot of abuse, but they run a lot better when they're taken care of between oil changes and other maintenance. So the last thing we're gonna do is just pull out this funnel, and then we're gonna grab the cap here, plop it in, turn it. I like to wipe up any oil if there was any spills or anything. And that's pretty much it. And then make sure that I can't put a big enough emphasis on making sure you have enough oil that your nut on the oil pan is tightened up, because you don't want to be leaking oil. But that's all we got. Yeah, make sure that you're careful, use all the right PPE. May not be OSHA approved, but that's all right. Just be safe.